Tomorrow will mark a year since the senseless and brutal murder of one of Parliament's most loved and respected members. Sir David Amess was killed during a constituency surgery in Leigh-on-Sea in Essex last year. And I'm delighted to be joined now by Anna Firth, his successor, the Conservative MP for Southend, who won the seat in an uncontested by-election after the senseless murder of Sir David. Anna, thank you for being with us on the programme today. Just firstly, your reflections of not only your view, but also of your constituents' view of such a long-standing and so warmly received a politician.
Yeah. Well, it's the views of my constituents, Tom, which are far, far more important. And Sir David is still very, sorely missed. He was a legend. He was a fantastic constituency MP. It's the hugest privilege and honour for me to follow, in the footsteps of such an inspiring and great parliamentarian. And we've got a number of tributes to him. We are going to commemorate three aspects of Sir David's life. Firstly, this evening, his faith. David was a devout Catholic, as I'm sure you and your viewers know. So we've got a requiem mass to him tonight, and we are expecting a lot of people to come and to give tribute to him, just as they did exactly this time last year. It's being held in the same church that the mass was held last year. And then tomorrow we're going to commemorate his civic presence in Southend, which of course was huge. We've got a tree planting in Chalkwell Park. And of course, city status was the most enormous achievement. And then thirdly, we're going to commemorate him as a parliamentarian in due course. A plaque will be placed in the House of Commons on our side of the chamber, probably about opposite to the plaque, actually, to Joe Cox. So we are going to commemorate all three aspects of Sir David's life because, that is how great a man he was here in Leigh-on-Sea and in Parliament.
One of the most profound moments of that Friday afternoon when we started learning of that horrible news last year. And snippets of a book written by Sir David started popping up on social media, a book where Sir David defended that age-old right of constituents to come and see members of Parliament in constituency surgeries without need for appointment, being able to have accessible members of Parliament. And it was just so chilling that it was at one of these accessible moments that his life was cut so tragically short. How have you taken on that aspect of the job? Is it possible for members of Parliament now to have open surgeries? Well,
there's a couple of things there, Tom. You're absolutely right that David believed that direct link between the MP and his constituents was absolutely vital. And yes, he held surgeries all around the constituency so that they were more accessible to people. They were appointments that were supposed to be booked online, and people who came to see him had an appointment, and they were supposed to be constituents. This particular individual, and I'm absolutely not going to name him in any way. I'm not going to give him that sucker. That particular individual was not a constituent, and actually, shouldn't really have been seeing Sir David. But it was the measure of the man that he was so open and welcoming to everybody. But the second point of your question, should we carry on with them? Absolutely, we should. And it's, I've made it my business to continue with constituency face-to-face surgeries. I think it's really important that constituents can come and see me and tell me about their problems. And that's part of building on the legacy that Sir David left. And in fact, we're going further. we are starting a new super surgery programme where I am bringing together a whole lot of expert advice from different agencies into a place so that people can come and not only see me and get my advice, they can get debt advice, housing advice, benefits advice, all in one place.